Okay then, welcome back to the Rank Amateur DIY channel with me, Paul, the Rank Amateur DIYer. Part 2 of the lawn project that I'm working on. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get rid of the weeds. That's the plan. And the first step of that is to cut the grass. I'm going to cut the grass with my gasoline, petrol lawnmower, depending on whether you're from Europe or from the US. And I'm going to be using the bagger to take the clippings away. I don't want those left on the lawn. Now there are plenty of videos out there of people cutting grass, so I'm not going to bother videoing me walking backwards and forwards with the lawnmower. When I finish that, I'll come back and then we'll look at how we're going to put the herbicide down that hopefully will kill the weeds but not kill the grass. That's the plan. We shall see. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so it's about 20-25 minutes later. I've cut the grass. I was going to give you a quick once over because the last time I showed you the lawn it was before a grass cut, so you can see the length of the weeds and so on. Now we've cut the weeds away, you can see much better the detail of where the dead patches and so on are, and also the unevenness. So let's have a look at that. So again, I'm starting out here in the front by the mailbox, and as you can see the dead patches are still there. The weeds don't look quite as bad now they've been cut back, but we still have quite a lot of green stuff that shouldn't be there in the lawn, which I'm hoping to get rid of. More dead patches there. If we come around here, as you can see, there's the telecoms box that I mentioned with the problem with the not being finished properly along there. Carry on, see more weeds generally. This is where that depression is. I mentioned it's probably about 2 inches deep there. Not sure what that hole was caused by. Okay, so that's the front yard. Let's go and have a look at the back. Sounds like I'm not the only one cutting grass today, but as you can see out the back here, there's a lot of weeds and a lot of dead patches. This is a combination of poor quality grass to start with, the ground not being adequately prepared in my opinion before they started, and then we have a dog. When she comes out the back, I am trying to get her to carry on down the bank there into that area to relieve herself, because as you can see makes a bit of a mess of the yard. More dead stuff here. Still this area along here that where nothing's grown. Okay, more weeds, this time with the tops cut off. Okay then, so here we are mixing up our Tenacity herbicide. So most important thing, first of all, put the gloves on. I don't want to get any of this stuff on my hands, on my skin. So this is professional quality stuff, which is good, but it means it's seriously strong. So I need to make sure that I'm careful with it. Now I've done my internet searching, and from what I can see, I need to put 1 teaspoon of the Tenacity product per gallon. So this is the Tenacity, and fortunately they supply a syringe that measures it out. That's really good of them. Into 1 gallon of water. So I'm going to begin. I've got this sprayer here. I'm going to put just a small amount of water into the bottom first, just so that it doesn't. I'll add the rest in a minute. Now on its own, my understanding is that the Tenacity, first of all, it's a clear liquid, and secondly, if I spray it onto the leaves, it's just going to run off. So the second thing we need is something called a surfactant, which is this, which my research suggests I need 1 teaspoon of that to 1 teaspoon of Tenacity to 1 gallon of water. And then again, that's a clear liquid, which is going to be a problem to see where I've been. So we then have this blue dye that we add, 3 teaspoons of that to the water, so that as I'm spraying, it will leave behind a blue dye, and that blue this is a vegetable dye, so it's non-toxic apparently, and in theory in a few weeks of rain it'll all wash away and we won't see it anymore. So those are my 3 components that I need to add to the sprayer. Now I'm going to be spraying around about 1250 square feet, which I'm told, again looking at the doing the online searches, equates to, it's going to need 2 gallons. So I'm going to do all this, spray the first gallon, and then we'll do it all over again for the second gallon. So I'll start off here with the Tenacity itself. You can see it's quite thick and strong. So we can see there 1 teaspoon. Oh, sorry, half. Where are we? Teaspoons of Tenacity, gallons of water. Sorry. You can see there 1 gallon of water. So there's half a teaspoon of Tenacity to 1 gallon of water. So that's that in there. And 1 teaspoon of surfactant. Oops. Nice. As you can see, I've literally just received this, so I haven't even opened the packets yet. The nice thing is that this goes in there quite happily. So it's 1 teaspoon of surfactant, which is there. And then the dye, it doesn't matter quite so much, because at the end of the day it's just so that we can see where we've been. It's not expensive stuff. Again, let's get this opened up. Should have had some kind of, see why I'm wearing gloves now. Okay. So again, the instructions say 3 teaspoons, so let's go for 3 teaspoons. About that in there like that, and that's made a real mess of everything. So rinse off the gloves a bit. You can see, oh, lovely stuff. And we'll fill up the rest of this up to the 1 gallon mark, which is here. Now I'll put links in the description as to where to get all of this stuff from. This is a very cheap sprayer that I got for about $5 from Home Depot. It was Home Depot. As I say, I'll put links to everything in the description. Let's get the lid and pump put in. There we go. Okay. And now I think we're ready to rock and roll. Okay, that's it. I've sprayed the Tenacity, both dose gallon things. It took 2 gallons to do the whole property. I did notice with that first gallon that perhaps I needed a little bit more of the blue stuff in there, the dye, so I could see where I'd been. Marvellous. So what I'll do is I'll take update videos every week or so we can see what happens. Next week, all being well, the plan is to cut the grass very, very short, and then I've got a Sun Joe scarifier, raker, dethatcher bit of kit, which I'm going to run over to pull out all of the dead material, all of the moss, and hopefully by that point a lot of the weeds will be dead. It's going to look terrible once I've done that, because well, it will, because there's a lot of the apparent green is actually weeds. And then I can start working on trying to replace the bare patches, or replace those weeds with grass, get the bare patches growing something, fill in the low points and so on. And to do that I'm going to need some additional tools. But being a rank amateur with no money, I can't afford to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on tools that I'm going to use once or maybe twice per season. So watch this space, because I'm going to be making some of my own over the coming week or so, and I, as always, will post my progress. Links to all of the products I used today are down below. So the Tenacity, the surfactant, the laser blue stuff, the pump, all there, as well as links to some of the videos I found to be useful when I was doing my research. So all that's down below. So if you like what you're seeing, please, usual thing, you know, as a YouTuber I've got to say these: like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, etc. And as I say, this time next week hopefully there'll be another couple of videos out discussing the manufacture of these tools. So a little bit of a teaser there for you, and then all being well, next weekend, which is a holiday weekend, I'll get on to putting down the seed and what have you, and then it's a waiting game, see what grows, and all being well, if everything goes to plan, I will have a lush green lawn both front and back by the middle of the summer. If it doesn't work out, it's probably because this is the wrong time of the year to be doing this. Most of the people who know what they're doing say to do it in the fall, but I didn't want to have to wait. But either way, I will probably go through the process that you see me going through now again in September, October time, so that by this time next year there will have been 2 overseedings, 2 lots of getting rid of weeds, 2 lots of fertilizing and all the rest of it, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So as I say, watch this space. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.